Oh, hallelujah. When I know Lord is true, you're the answer to my troubles. You're the anchor and the fish out of my faith. The anchor of my life. I'm gonna trust in my Redeemer, my desire. Praise Jesus. You're familiar with my weakness, and I fix my hope upon you, Jesus. You're the owner and finisher of my faith. I will trust in.
Hello everybody. This is Success with Bomwiti Live. I can see a few people are joining, and thank you so much. This is Success with Bomwiti Live. Today I have a guest. Okay, we're gonna have some really good time here. Please tune in. Don't go away. Okay, we have a lot of good stuff. All right, and this is Success with Bomwiti Live. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I can see a lot of people are tuning in. Thank you so much. And today we are going to talk about the student visa interview experience at the US Embassy in Nairobi. We have someone here who went through that process. She's here already in the US. Okay, she's one of our Kenya Airlift program beneficiaries. Okay, she went through that process, so she's gonna be telling us exactly how that experience was for her. All right, please tune in. I can see Jay Otieno. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can see a lot of people are tuning in. Thank you so much, and welcome to Success with Bomwiti Live. And please let us know if you can hear us. Someone is saying you are you're very serious. It's the first time for her to be on a live show like this. So probably that's why. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for your comments, guys. If you have any questions, just let us know. All right. She went through that process at the US Embassy in Nairobi. She's gonna be giving us, the golden nuggets, all right, of what really happens there. All right, we are getting it from the horse's mouth. All right, it's gonna be a really good show today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to Success with Bomwiti Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Success with Bomwiti Live. Today we are going to talk about the student visa interview experience. Okay, at the US Embassy in Nairobi, Kenya. I have a guest here. Her name is Elsie. She's one of the beneficiaries of our Kenya Airlift program. She went through that process. She's gonna be giving us those golden nuggets about what really happens there. All right, please tune in, stay tuned, and follow us until the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Thank you, everybody. everybody for tuning in, and this is Success with Bomwiti Live. Today I have a guest, an amazing guest who who just came to the US just a few days ago. All right, for those who follow me on social media, I believe you've seen her on social media. Her name is Elsie Kagweria. She's from Kenya. She just came to the US to study Master of Business Analytics and Information Systems at the University of South Florida, and she's coming to study there through our Kenya Airlift program. She's one of the beneficiaries. All right, so Elsie, she holds a Bachelor of what?
Procurement and Contract.
Yeah, Bachelor of Procurement and Contract Management from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. She holds a second class upper division. She's an A student. She scored a plain A from Loreto High School in Limuru. Okay, she's also scored a plain A in your KCPE, right? Yeah, so she's brilliant kid here that I have. All right, and we're gonna have a really good time, guys. Okay, please tune in. Now, for those who are following me for the first time, my name is Bob Mweti. I came to the US about 10 years ago, and I came here as a master's student. All right, I came to do my MBA in professional accountancy at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. All right, now before I got here, it took me about 8 good years to finally make it here. I was denied visa 4 times, all right? I usually have this show to give you that information that you are really looking for. I know a lot of people out there, they struggle so much with things like student visas and stuff like that, and that's really why I have this kind of show to give you that information that you are really looking for. I know it's not very easy to find all this kind of information out there on the internet, all right? And that's why I give all kind of information on my page on this show, so that you don't have to go anywhere, because I'm there for you. All right, so without much further ado, all right, we're gonna get straight to some of the questions that I really want to ask her today. All right, and Elsie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And can you tell the audience a little bit about just a little bit of experience that you've experienced so far in the US? Just a little bit. Tell them, like, how has it been for the last few days that you've been here in the US?
My experience here has been awesome. Everything is so beautiful. The roads are clean, the people are warm, the houses are big, the malls are big. We went to the mall the other day. So I even have a new phone, a new line. So okay. my line now,
you're all set.
Yes, I'm all set. It's +1, and I'm so happy to be here.
Wow.
It's exactly what I pictured the US to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad that you have those positive experiences so far.
Yeah.
All right, now before we get into your experience at the US Embassy in Nairobi, can you tell the audience a little bit about, because we have a program where we coach students who want to come and study here in the US. Yes. We coach them for their student visa interviews, those who are seeking student visa interviews, and we have that program. In fact, actually I have a session after this with someone who has an interview on Monday. And can you tell the audience a little bit about how that program was for you? Like, the coaching part of it, before we get into now the experience at the embassy. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about what the coaching really focuses on, the student visa coaching within our program here?
So the coaching is divided. We had 3 coaching sessions. The first one, Bob tells you the kind of questions to expect and the answers you're supposed to give.
Yes.
So after the first one, you gave us like a week to prepare before we had the second session.
Yes.
The second session is a mock interview.
Yes.
Which basically means Bob acts as the interviewer.
Yes.
And you as the interviewee.
Yes.
And you have to answer the questions same way.
Exactly the same way that you're gonna do it at the embassy. Yes.
So we did that. After doing that, you highlight the weak points.
The weak areas.
Yes, the weak areas. I remember, like, for me, mine was about confidence and the approach. I was not smiling. I was very serious.
Yes.
I looked cold. I was not warm.
Correct.
Yes. So you give us a week
to
to work on the weak areas.
Yes.
Then we had the third coaching session, the final one. It was like 2 days to the interview.
Yes.
Yes, and we were ready to go.
Okay, good,
Yes.
good. So now, as far as the actual interview, that experience at the embassy, can you like tell us, what, like when you went there that early morning, how was it? Were you tense? How was that experience? Just going to the embassy that morning, how did you go there? Because you see also a lot of people out there, they want to know like how you're supposed to go to the embassy. Do you have to take like a public transport?
Yeah.
How do you go there? Which is the best way to go to get to the US embassy? A lot of people from Kenya, they know exactly where the embassy is, right? So how did you get there, and how was that experience once you got to the gates of the embassy?
So of course I had butterflies, which is very normal.
Which is
for
very
every
normal, yes,
person.
yeah, correct, yes.
But I was not scared.
Yes.
I was not scared
Yes.
because I knew exactly what to expect and I had the answers. So my interview was at 7:30 a.m. So I got to the embassy at around 6:45 a.m.
6:45.
You have to get there early.
Early enough. Yes,
yes.
guys, please. I know a lot of Africans, we get late. we are usually not, on time. Please, if you are going to the embassy, make sure you get there at least 30 minutes early.
Yes.
All right? It's gonna, because when you get there late, you're gonna now start feeling, that anxiety. Oh, I'm late, blah, blah, blah. So you need to be there early enough. Yeah, so you got there at 6:45. Your interview was at 7:30.
7:30.
Okay, so then what happened?
There are 2 security checks. Strict security checks.
Yes.
So at the gate, guys, when you go there, do not carry any mobile accessories. Like me, I remember I had my charger, my earphones, and I had to go out and find someone to
leave it to them.
with them.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So do not carry any of that. So there are 2 security checks.
Yes.
One at the gate and another one before you get into the embassy building. Now the building itself.
Yes, correct.
So you can carry your phone, but you leave it at the second security check, but you can have it back once you're done with the interview.
Okay.
So we went in, we waited at the security bay. There were a lot of people.
Okay.
People want to come here. Everyone wants to come to America.
We get to that, like how many were denied and all those things.
Yes.
Okay, good.
There were
Okay,
so many
people want to come to
at
the
waiting
US.
bay.
Okay.
Yes. So we waited for like an hour and a half in the waiting bay.
Yes.
Then we were called to go into the interview area now.
Yes.
It's like a counter.
Yes.
You queue behind each other and everyone is interviewed at their time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good. So how long did it? So you said it took you like an hour and
Yes, at the waiting bay.
at the waiting before you got now
Before
interviewed.
we got interviewed.
Okay. And at what point do you hand over your passport, your maybe the documents that you brought, your I-20, your what kind of and what kind of documents did you bring to the embassy?
So I brought. You have to carry all your documentation. There's the educational documents for all your transcripts, your certificates, right from primary school, high school, university, all that. You have to have your financial documents. So say if you have a loan, you have to take the loan approval.
Yeah, if you have a loan, maybe if you have a scholarship
Yes.
or stuff like that, you have to take all that.
If you have a sponsor, you have to take their
the
bank statements. If it's personal funds, you have to go with your statements. If
Yes.
it's your parents, yes, you have to have your financial documents
Yes.
to show that you're capable of paying for your
paying
school
for your
fees.
Studies here in the US.
Yes, for your
Okay.
studies in the US. Then we have the compulsory documents. You have to have your I-20. That one is a must.
It's a must. Yes,
They check
correct.
it at the first before
Yeah,
you get
so
into
yeah. That's actually what I was asking you earlier. Like, at what point do you have to present those compulsory documents?
For the I-20, you present it at the first security check, even before you get to the second one at the gate. You have to present your I-20 and your passport.
How about the schedule, that confirmation page?
After now, when you go in for the interview.
Okay.
Yes, so the compulsory documents I'm talking about is your I-20, of course your passport. If you don't have your passport,
you can't even get the
there's
visa.
no need of going, you can't even get the visa.
Yes.
So your I-20, your passport, your service fee, payment receipt, the confirmation, the appointment, the visa appointment confirmation.
Okay. Okay. And a lot of people also don't know much about the service fee. Okay, because I've seen people asking me, like, you know, because on our Kenya Lift program handbook, we've listed like, even the service fee there. It's $350 now. Nowadays, it used to be $210, but nowadays it's $350. That service fee, you have to pay it before you go for the visa interview. Whether you get the visa or not. Okay, and it's valid for 1 year. Okay, whether you get it or not, you still have to pay. That's 35,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah. So now, can you tell the audience what exact questions were you asked at the embassy? What exactly were you asked?
So before we get to the question, there are two other like some sort of checks where you present your documents in the first counter, they verify, and then the second counter, before now you get to the interviewer, they have to take your biometrics.
Oh yeah, biometrics. Yes. Okay.
Then you are allowed now to go to the interviewer, so you queue. So when I got to the desk, they asked me several questions. The first one I was asked why I wanted to go to the US.
Very, very important that you know why you want to come to the US. Very, very important, yes.
What I was going to do there, the school, the course. Then she was a lady. She asked me what I have been doing in Kenya before now, as in my profession, what I have been doing and for how long. Then she asked how the course I was going to do, which is the business analytics and information systems, was married to what I have been doing in Kenya currently, because I was
they used to work as a procurement officer.
Yes.
So you have to actually tell them how is that related to what you're doing.
Yes. And the financials, she asked how I was going to pay for my fees.
Who is going to pay for it and how you're going to. Okay. All right. Good.
Final question was the profession of my parents, what they do.
What do they do?
Yes.
And then you tell them. Now, there's one thing that a lot of people who go to that embassy, they think that, because I always see this, I've been there many times. Many people carry a lot of documents. Is it really worth it? Can you tell us, like, should you carry all those documents? Of course, there's those, necessary, the ones that you have to, mandatory, and then there's those other supporting documents. Did they look at any of those other documents?
They did not, but I think it's important because for others, some were being asked for supporting documents, so it doesn't cost you anything.
Yes.
I think you should carry all your documents.
You should carry all your documents
and arrange them in an order.
Yes.
Whereby if they ask for a document,
you're not like all over the
disorganized.
You're so disorganized.
You're looking for it everywhere. No, buy a folder, name your documents, and carry them in an orderly manner.
Okay.
It doesn't cost a thing. Just carry all your documents.
Good.
Yes.
Now, you said there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, how did they get visas? How was it? Were you the only one who got the visa? I know also you guys, you are two of us from our program, two of you from our program, Niels and you.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, who went first, and tell us how many people are getting the visas and all that.
So I went first.
You went first for the interview.
Was
Okay.
behind me. I remember the three people that were ahead of me in the line.
Yes.
They got denied.
Wow. Can you hear that, guys?
They got
denied. By the way, research shows that 70% of Africans, they get denied visas to come and study here in the US or Canada. 70%. That's a very big number. All right. So you see, one of the problems that we usually have as Africans is we take things very lightly.
Yeah.
We don't really prepare ourselves. Okay, you're coming here to spend a lot of money, also even like to study and all that. You don't even take your time to actually prepare for this interview. People assume like things gonna be perfectly fine, automatic, that you're gonna get the visa just because you have the documents. Because people carry all those documents, they carry all the documents and thinking that they're gonna present. They don't even have those documents most of the time, because it's all about how you articulate what you're coming to do here, your confidence, how you talk to the person. So it's very, very important, guys, when you're out there, when you go for that visa interview, all right, you have the confidence, you are prepared, and preparation brings that confidence. Okay, that's what really brings, because see, I was denied visa 4 times. I know the pain of being denied a visa. I know the pain of being denied a visa. I know I know the mistakes that I used to do when I was being denied visa those days. Okay, 4 good times. Okay, before I finally made it here in the US. You really have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. Look, even for a professional coach.
Very important.
Yeah, it doesn't cost that much. Okay, you don't have to come to me. I coach people, but you don't have to come to me. Okay, because also a lot of people, they rely on the information on the internet. Okay, for example, we can talk about, confidence and stuff like that, how to say, what to say, but there's those little things, those little things that you won't know from someone. You can't just get everything from the internet, maybe like from this session. Yeah, but you can prepare yourself, very, very well by having someone actually to coach you. And then especially someone who has gone through that process. Not someone who doesn't understand the process. Someone who has gone through that. Maybe even someone who has been denied. That pain of denial is very, very important, because you learn from mistakes. You learn from mistakes. Yeah, so guys, don't waste your money and all that energy of going to the embassy, and then and then you are not even prepared, and then you get denied visa, because like I said, 70%, that's a huge number. You have to be really prepared, and also the other reason is because also Africans, we are known to be poor. That's the bitter truth. And the poorer you are, the more likely you're gonna come here and then not go back. Okay, so the odds are against us. So you really have to know that, and then be well prepared, because if you're not well prepared, you're not gonna get it. Sure. Now, so tell us, how was, so you said the ones who were in front of you, they got denied.
Yes.
And then Niels came after you. Okay, and then did you know about the people who are behind you, whether they got it or not?
So no. Once yours is approved, you pay the service fee and you go out.
Okay.
So normally, if I was not prepared and I saw people being denied, the 3 in front of me being denied, I would have been very, very
You would have freaked out.
I would have freaked out.
Yes.
But I didn't, because I was prepared, I had the answers.
Yes.
I knew the questions to expect.
Yeah.
So I was very calm. Yes.
And I remember actually, even I told you guys that be prepared to see people getting denied.
Yes.
Yeah, don't go there thinking like everyone gets the visa. Yeah, because you can see those who are ahead of you, they get denied. Because you see, when you start seeing someone, a lot of people get, because this is 70% is a huge number. So it means out of 10, 7 won't get the visa. So when you start seeing that denial all the time, so you can freak out and now start thinking, oh no, I'm gonna get denied. But I told you guys, like each person, their case is unique. So you don't have to worry about the other person. They could be students, they could be visitors, they could be anything, but at the end of the day, you are you. Okay, go there with your confidence. Don't worry about those others who are gonna get denied, but just go there knowing that it's you, and you need to present your case as a unique person, not because others have been denied, then now you start shaking and stuff like that. Very, very important. So tell me, tell the audience, what was the feeling after being given the visa? What was that feeling? Can you tell how it feels? You
can see I'm even smiling right now.
Yes.
When I remember, actually, I've never known such joy existed. I've never felt so much happiness ever in my life. I think that was one of the happiest days of my life. Because now it dawns to me, my dream of coming to America is now becoming a reality. Once you get your visa approved, there's nothing else that can stop you. So I was so happy. I had to pinch myself, to confirm. It was real, because I was in denial. I was shocked. But shocked in a good way.
In a good way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you started calling your family, your mom, your dad, after you got out.
Yes,
those
I was
were the first people that you were
everywhere.
calling.
My parents were jumping, we were all screaming.
Now tell me, because also, sorry to cut you short, but tell me, because also Niels went after you. You got the visa.
Yes.
I don't know how Niels was maybe feeling after maybe you were given the visa.
So
you know, it would have been very very awkward or bad if you got the visa and we are going through the same program.
Yeah.
You got the visa and then now he doesn't get it. But how was it for him? How can you say was for Niels
So
as
we
well?
spoke after he got his visa
Mhm.
when we were outside the embassy now.
Mhm.
He says he was very happy for me
Mhm.
because now we had gone through the training together.
Correct.
So he became even more confident.
More confident,
that he was going
yeah.
to get
To
his
get the
approved
visa,
also.
yes, since now you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, what did you have to do from that day that you got the visa now until the day that you came to the US the other day? That's a long time.
Yeah.
So what other things that you have to do? Because also, you know, a lot of people out there probably maybe they think that you just get the visa and then you board the plane the next day.
go.
So what did you have to do? I think someone else is asking some question. Let me read as you explain that.
So there's a reciprocity fee. Once your visa is approved, immediately you
Yes.
go to another counter.
Yes.
You pay some fee. I remember for us it was 9,450 shillings.
Yes.
It's called reciprocity fee
Yeah.
for processing of the visa.
Yeah,
now.
once you get the visa. If you don't get the visa, you don't pay
You
that.
don't.
And before actually it used to be 4,500 Kenya shillings. They just increased the other day, yeah.
Yeah, now it's 9,450.
Mm.
So you leave your visa, your passport and your I-20 for processing.
Yes.
So before, as you apply for the appointment, you give an address where they'll send your visa once it's processed.
Your passport.
Your passport
Correct.
with the visa. Sorry,
Yes.
your passport with the visa once
Yes.
it's processed.
Mm.
So you leave your passport and your I-20 for the processing and they send it. So once you pick your visa now, we arranged for accommodation in the US.
Yes.
We booked for the plane. We got the plane ticket.
Yes.
And then there's the port of entry, immigration
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah, that's another thing that a lot of people
Yeah.
also don't know about. Now, guys, once you get your visa and let's say you booked your plane tickets and everything else, again, when you come here in the US, that visa just allows you to show up at the airport here in the US. It doesn't give you the right to actually enter the US. And that's what a lot of people don't know. So you also have to be prepared, just like the exact same way that you prepared for your visa interview. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. So, and you have to have the same documents that you presented and stuff like that. People get denied entry here in the US. Believe me. I think I've talked about this in this show. People get denied entry here in the US. Okay, and even me when I came here, actually I was delayed for I almost missed my connecting flight because I didn't know about these things. And I was asked where are you from? And I said I'm from South Africa. Just because the plane was coming through South Africa and they started, you have a Kenyan passport and you're saying South Africa. And also I was very tensed also. They can sense something, and then they put me in a secondary room where now they start, grilling you and asking you more questions. Where do you live? They started asking me where do I live in Nairobi, the address and stuff like that. They started questioning all those things and they started asking me which school. Now, also I remember when they asked me about my school, I said IUP, and Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Instead of saying Indiana University of Pennsylvania in full, I said IUP and the guy was like, what is IUP? So those little mistakes, they can bring problems for you guys. Okay, you have to be very, very careful. So those are some of the things also that you need to be aware of. Okay? Someone is calling me. Let me just turn it off. So anyways, those are some of the things that you need to be aware of, okay? And prepare well, okay? Don't give one story at the embassy and then give a totally different story when you land here in the US. Like I said, the US visa that you get, that does not give you the right to enter the US. It's just for you to show up at the airport and then you'll go through the immigration processing. Okay, once they are satisfied that someone is calling me. I'm gonna shut off this. Someone from home. Let me see. Let me turn off this thing. Don't worry, guys. These things happen. So, anyways, I lost my train of thought. So I was saying what?
Speaking about preparation.
Yeah, I was talking about the preparations of, at the immigration. So you really have to be prepared. You really have to be prepared because, like I was saying, the visa doesn't give you the rights to enter the US. Okay, it's for you to show up at the airport, and then after that, then the immigration agents will interview you. They'll ask you questions and stuff like that, and if they see you qualify to be in the US, they will allow you to get in the US. All right, so can you tell us like the kind of questions that they asked you at the airport?
So once we got to the airport, they asked about the school where I was going in the US, the course I was going to do.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much similar questions that you are being asked at the embassy.
Yeah. Oh, they also asked about my financials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is going to pay and stuff like that.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, it's very, very important that someone understands all these things because you don't want, like I said, you don't want to give a different story from what you gave at the embassy because they have all those records. They have everything. They look. It's the same system I think that they use for at the embassy. It's connected to the immigration here when you land here. Okay, that's good. So before we end the show, right? What kind of advice can you give to anyone who is out there, okay, who want to come to the US, then maybe they are about to attend a US student visa interview? What kind of advice would you give them? Based on your own experiences through this, maybe in the program, the whole process of coming to the US, what kind of advice would you give them as far as the student visa interview is concerned, since you've gone through that path?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, please get professional coaching. Getting your visa approved is not easy. There's a lot of nitty-gritties that you have to learn about. You see, even the confidence you are talking about, how to articulate yourself, the approach, it's not automatic.
Yes, it's not.
It's not automatic. You have to be trained on how to do all that. And once you're prepared, the confidence comes.
The confidence comes, because if you're not prepared, then you lose the confidence.
Once you know the kind of questions to expect, the answers to give, you'll get your visa. So please, guys, don't do it on your own. People get denied. As I said, the 3 people that were in front of me got their visas denied. So it's not automatic. Don't assume, like Bob said, just because you have the documents, you'll get your visa approved. It's really tough. You have to be trained. Trust me. Yes. There's a lot that people don't know. Yes. Okay. And you can only get that through coaching. Yeah, it's true. And just to add on that, actually, the US government, they love, here in the US, they allow about over 1 million students every year. 1 million students every year. So the US government actually likes brilliant international students to come here because they contribute to the economy. We pay a lot of money. International students here, they pay twice as much as the local people. Okay, for example, if you are local to Florida here, if you are paying, let's say for example, for every unit you are paying like $1,000, an international student will pay. If you are local and you are paying 1,000, the international student will be paying 2,000 for the exact same course. Okay, so we pay a lot. We contribute a lot in this country, and the US government want those brilliant students to come here. They do, because they know what they bring here. We bring all these innovations and all that. Okay, the US economy is built by immigrants. Okay, and they know that, they understand that. Okay, so if you can be able to show that you have the finances and to show that you're brilliant, you have that confidence, okay, you are beneficial to this economy, okay, to this country, they won't deny you. That's what you need to understand. But if you go to the embassy, you don't have ties back to your country, you are not brilliant, you are not good, you are a student, you are not even prepared, and you say you are a student, you don't understand even what you are coming to study here, you can't even explain how what you are coming to study here, how is it related or tied to your career goals and stuff like that. That shows that you are not a good student. You're not a good student, and they won't give you.
Okay, just one wrong answer and you will never get a visa to come here to study here. So they want brilliant students who can be able to pay for them. And let me tell you guys, even like Elsie, she had a loan. Okay, so because a lot of people out there, you think that, you know what, you have to have like money. No, she has a loan. And this is what we provide in this program. Okay, for the students to come using also loans. Okay, she had a loan. Okay, so it doesn't mean just because someone has a loan, okay, you can't get a visa. You can get a visa because it shows that you have the finances to pay for your education, whether it's a loan or not.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, you need to think, like that. Don't, because we have all that misconception about, visas and stuff like that. I posted something on social media and someone was like, oh, you don't need someone to help you with the visa. Visa, it's all about luck. Can you imagine? That kind of mindset is really what kills us. Okay, it's very, very important, guys, that you are very well prepared. All right, I think we're gonna end the show. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.